Hello, I'm David Everist, Secretary of Mining for Twin Cedar Mining District, Township, Mining Claim, and Unincorporated City. And I want to start with the federal court, U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit, as it's waiting for them to pick it up at the post office. And they probably already delivered it, but the post office is notoriously slow at posting it. So I'm pretty sure they got it today because it says it's waiting for pickup. So that means it's being delivered. It's too late to get any information further today. This is the motion I filed with this court. A motion to move forward the law of the trust and the duties as a trustee. Bring forth the law of 1872 acts of the valuable mineral deposit grant and bring forward the trustee and an audit of accountability. Under trust law and under grant law, I'm entitled to an accounting as a beneficiary. Minors are called grantees, but beneficiary is a more modern word, so I could use beneficiary. I'm a beneficiary. And so I should get an audit of accountability. I should be granted that order. I don't see why not. We'll see what the judge says. A motion to appoint a trustee. Because, see, I found out from the BLM, they've never heard of the trustee for this. They don't know who it is. Nobody seems to know who it is. So I'm making a proposal through a motion, and a motion means to move the court to action. So a motion to appoint the trustee to the valuable mineral deposit grant and trust land, or lands, because this is a land grant because minerals are in the land, and and to appoint the Inspector General of the Department of Interior, BLM. And this will mean they have to come to the defense of the grant and defend it. If the judge grants that order, by the way, it's backed up with 98 more pages of trust law. Not just one source, but 4 different sources. One was Yale Law Review. One was from an attorney on how to enforce a trustee to do an audit of accountability and to impose the trust. And the other one is from a trust company that is paid to manage trust to the way they're written. Now, trusts are a matter of law or a matter of contract, but they're both contracts. Because Congress made it a law, the law is the covenants of the trust, and it's irrevocable. Congress can't change this if they wanted to, because they've already given it away, and they can't take it back once given away. So, because the city of Medford is in a public-private partnership with Southern Oregon Regional Economic, and there'll be more cities come on. There's like 11 in Jackson County and 2 in Josephine County. There's only 2 cities in Josephine County, so they'll be added in when the rest of it comes. But I had to add the city of Medford in sooner because I got one of their public-private partnership red light tickets, and I have immunity as a local government. They didn't buy that argument. They threw it out. Well, that's back on the table because this is over a tort now. Because public-private partnerships are illegal because governments can enforce stuff. A private corporation can't be in a partnership with a government because they call that fascism, and we fought a war over it called World War II, public-private partnerships. They're highly illegal. They're contrary to the Constitution, but they're also contrary to the national security. It's considered an attack on the United States Constitution and the citizens thereof. So they're committing an act of war. Anyways, that's another story for another day. This right here is about getting a red light ticket, and for the citizens, that's illegal and immoral and evil as you can get, because it's about raising revenue for the corporation that owns the red light cameras. This is not a lease. This is a partnership agreement. The city of Medford's made it so you can't do community service work of where you live. And that's wrong, because if you don't have the ability to pay, you're supposed to be able to work. Well, the partnership can't get paid for that. The partner that owns the red light company, and by the way, where you send the money is to Arizona, not to the city hall here. You send it to them, and then the city gets their cut back, which they split it with them. It's a revenue sharing program. So I filed a motion today in Jackson County Court, because I was approved last week for informis paupus, and I got to move my court case. And when I was filing this with the clerk, she didn't understand that I'd already been accepted and this was a motion. Then she asked me if I wrote out an order, and I said, ma'am, that would be illegal for me to write out an order to presume the judge was going to rule in my favor. He's supposed to be independent and impartial, and he's required to write his own orders. I'm not an attorney, but it seems to me that's unethical and immoral. And if the judge can't write out his own orders, what the hell is he doing being a judge? This is a motion to stay the judgment from the city court. This is a motion because they scheduled this quite quickly for April 14th. This is a motion to stay that hearing pending the outcome of my tort due to the fact I'm suing them over their public-private partnership. And I told them there would be more cities to be added to the clerk here, that it's just not this one city. This was a different issue that now I'm being punished because I'm suing them, and this is unwarranted. And I know it was an automatic thing, and these guys are on automatic pilot, but they should have threw this case out. They wouldn't have, they would still have this problem. All right, so then I filed a motion for an injunction on the red light cameras. Now, that 99-page thing is on the trust law over the grant and me being a government, and arguing that public-private partnerships are crimes, and I want him to stop. You can be a nonprofit, you can't be in partnership with the county. In fact, you can't have anything to do with politics at all. Either you're educational or you're charity. If you're politics, they have a different law for that. The grantor has to pay the tax. They don't get a tax break to give you money. And why are you all about grants anyways? From the government. I thought you were private. You shouldn't be raising your money not through tax dollars. Shouldn't you be raising it through donations? Anyways, that's the way I look at it. And this is your nicely update. I'll give you an update when I hear from the courts, one way or the other. And you have a nice day. It's cold today for my mother's birthday. She's deceased, but I still remember her. And she was born on a little house in the prairie in North Dakota. And so I think of her today. And God bless her.